It's time, my kitties out there. We're back with another voicemail dump truck. I'm going to host this week because Bacalar is more important than me and gets to go in meetings I don't get to go into. I'm Jeff Grubb.
I hope it's the meeting where they fire you.
Listen, every meeting is definitely close to being one of those meetings.
You're going to feel so bad if it ever happens. We're going to refer back to this episode.
Happening right now? What's happening right now? Is it happening finally?
Back when I worked with Jeff, all I did was just make jokes about firing him or him getting fired. It was the best. And then he just left before it could happen, the coward.
And then as soon as I left, you got the job where you could have fired me. So it's like, it was sweet, sweet justice. Mike Benatti's here. How you doing, Mike?
Oh, I'm doing great. I got my cozy hoodie on. I've got my,
it's a good hoodie.
Green tea. I'm ready to party. Goodie.
How about you, Jan? Jan, how are you doing?
Go ahead.
I'm all right. It's Thursday. I still woke up today thinking it was Sunday. One day it'll be true.
Jan, that just can't happen. Listen, I'll give you any other day of the week. But during the week, how do you end up thinking it's a Sunday? I don't want to worry you, but that sounds like something more serious. Like you need to talk to a medical professional.
I had my sleep machine on. I was just maxing and relaxing, had a wonderful nightmare. And then I was like, oh shit, it's Sunday. And then I was like, oh no, wait, it's actually Thursday.
Especially if Sunday never comes.
And there he is, Kurt Indovina, everybody. I think I probably said that last name correctly. I'm just going to move on past it because we're not going to dwell on it.
Indovina.
That's even better. Kurt's joining us from GameSpot. Kurt, you launched a new show this week, but first I want to talk about that couch you're sitting on. That's looking pretty cozy. You look like you're doing pretty good over there.
This is a sofa that may have made an appearance once or twice, from what I understand.
Maybe once or twice.
In many realms of this thing called, what is it called? Giant bomb? Is that
no one knows anymore? It's lost to time.
No.
It's lost.
Does this
time.
couch have a name? Did this sofa ever get a name?
Gary.
Did it? Wow.
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
I feel like it's just been cemented as Gary.
I guess it's Gary.
Oh man, I love you, Gary. Kurt, I want to talk to you about Kurt Locker. I mean, listen, do you guys literally just say the best name possible and like, well, now we got to figure out a fucking show? Is that how it works?
I have to give absolute full credit to Chris Morris, who is the producer and editor of the show, who pitched this show to me 6 months ago.
Oh,
joke.
Very cool.
Like the show itself wasn't a joke, but he was like, what if we had a show we talked about a bunch of obscure shit that no one wants to talk about, and it's called the Kurt Locker? And I was like, fuck yes, perfect. Like, let's go with it. Never thinking that it would actually like make it through the door into existence. And I also have to give credit to Lucy James.
I don't know.
Who you may have heard of, who you may have like heard a whisper of.
We try not to give any credit to her. If we do, she gets only more powerful, and then we have to deal with that. We all have to deal with that. She's
out of the story. We'll just leave it at that. Chris Morris pitched the Kurt Locker, so I give him credit for it. So there's many other names that we have too.
I find that all of the best things happen when they start as jokes. When someone's like, listen, wouldn't it be funny if, and then 6 months later you're doing the thing, you're like, man, now it's not funny anymore. It's just a lot of hard work. But how are you finding
Jeff Grubb?
Yeah, exactly. No, literally, yeah, that's the joke. Kurt, how are you finding the show so far? I haven't watched the first episode yet because I'm catching up on Lucy's Zelda thing, and then I was going to watch yours next. How's it going so far? Is it like a lot of work or all that stuff?
This has been, first and foremost, watch it when your heart desires. And if your heart desires not to watch it, then so it goes. Like, close your eyes, put on some white noise, or pretend that the first episode of Kurt Locker is a good white noise machine in which you fall asleep and then you wake up and you're like, fuck, it's not Sunday. It's going wonderful. This has like been a long time coming. If anybody is familiar with the stuff that I've done at GameSpot, it's more so like this is something we've been trying to formulate for ages, and basically taking off the like what we call one-off features, like just videos that I do, and give it a weekly presence. That's really it. So it's like people who have seen my work, it's usually like sporadic. Usually it's like once a month, maybe like twice a month if we're lucky, or like 2 videos at the end of the year under extreme amounts of crunch. So this is just a sporadic funky angled wavy hand man screaming for a weekly. We can see my face every single week, which is not a thing that's happened on GameSpot since like I started like 4 years ago. So it's been going well. We're 5. We have 4 episodes in the can.
Excellent. Okay, so everyone should check out Kurt Lockhart's up on GameSpot.com right now. But what I really want to ask you all, start with you, Kurt. How are you celebrating May the 4th?
Oh, is that what today is?
That's how you celebrate right there, by being like, I don't give a... Well, it's not real.
I celebrated it by waking up, had breakfast.
Congratulations.
Cup of coffee.
My living.
So there may have been a video with lightsabers somewhere in my feed. I nodded at it. And this scrolled
beautiful.
on.
Is that the GameSpot video about the? I saw the Swordmaster.
The Sword Expert,
yes.
Yes, produced by our very lovely Dave Jewett in the UK.
Yeah.
Hey, how about you, Mike? What are you doing?
I had to play bad Star Wars games with you. It was terrible.
Yeah, I'm still.
Kasi.
I'm still thinking about Terrace Kazi. I'm like, I kind of want to go back and I was really getting down with my boy Horror, HOAR, everybody, my boy Horror, and yeah, I want to do some cash games at Evo. Exactly. I want to get in there and I bet we could take that game to Evo and have a really good time if we just set up like a PlayStation and a TV or whatever monitor.
You should just bring a CRTV, not say anything, just find some corner of Evo and do nothing but play Thok versus Horror matches the entire show, and eventually we'll get a crowd, and they're gonna have to
just a big whiteboard of like who's winning. Exactly, just check it every time one of us wins, and by the end of the weekend, it'll be 1,000 Horror versus Thok matches. It'll be beautiful.
Are either of those people a Jedi?
No,
that's the pig.
Hey man, anybody can be. You got to feel the Force.
That's
right?
true.
I'm trying to remember.
Broom, you know what I'm talking about?
That's right, the boy with the broom. That's my boy. The Gamorrean, I think Gamorreans, this might not be canon anymore. The Gamorrean guard that he's talking about, Thok, I think canon-wise, they cannot be Jedi. I think they're like, no, that species too fucked up.
Is that in lore that like you can be like discriminated?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Yeah, I think so.
It's like telling people they're not allowed to meditate. It's like you can't feel a sense of presence, self-awareness.
Right, exactly. Yes, no, totally. You're not conscious enough to actually be able to one of the cool kids and feel the Force.
Does the Force discriminate?
I think so. I think that's what they're trying to say. Yeah, the Force is very racist.
In all living things and this beautiful life energy to being a Dragon Ball Z power level that maybe won't impact your race well enough.
Yeah, that's my Star Wars. That's what I get excited about on May the 4th. About Star Wars ranking which races are the best. That's always fun. Jan, how about you? What are you gonna do for May the 4th? You gonna go home and watch the cartoon? I watched that first episode of that Jedi Kids show. It's pretty good.
Shouts out to the Poobas out there. I just decided to just dive all the way into Werner Herzog. Finally, I'm like, I don't know what this guy's about. Right. This guy, I like how he talks. I saw something about him and volcanoes. I'm like, all right, let's go.
Show me the baby.
Yeah,
I want to see the baby or whatever that is.
Yeah, I would like to see the baby. Yeah, that's that one still goes through my head. Werner Herzog was in a Star Wars show. That's still really weird.
I always get it mixed up with that Sega Genesis game.
Yeah, Herzog
Vi or something. Yeah,
is it Herzog? Yeah, totally. Yeah, Werner Herzog is not a quasi real-time strategy game for the Sega Genesis, Mike. Although I'm sure he wishes he was. All right, this is the dump truck. This is a show where we take. It's a call-in show. You call, you leave us a message at 707 exit flu. You call that number usually between the hours of 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. or whenever your heart strikes it up and you need to call. I hope that you've just eaten fast food. That's what I really hope when you call us. That's all that really matters. 707 exit flu. You call in, you leave a message, and we are going to answer those calls on this show, starting with Mr. Mike Minotti. Why don't you go ahead and pick the first call and lead the show? Where are we going?
Oh, I've been eyeing it. I gotta hear Shoot Disappointed.
Here we go.
I am shoot disappointed that I missed Jan the one time I needed him. But that's okay. I do understand. It does suck to suck sometimes. I accept your judgment regarding my 420 podcast points. Thank you.
Oh,
All right,
I feel
what's the
bad.
backstory here?
This was last week. It was his anniversary on 420, and he wanted 420 podcast points, but I was gone last week, so I couldn't dole them out. I think I gave them to Mike Minotti instead. Kurt, I'm going to give you 420 podcast points.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, sir.
He didn't even insert your name into
Is
Space
this, is
Jam.
this like? But is this like a like? Is this guy going to be upset that I got him?
Yes.
Probably. You know what? I'll guarantee if he calls in next year for 420 and I come across it, he will get 800 podcast points.
Ooh.
Wow.
Not 840.
No, just 800. That's too much.
We don't do math here. This is the dump truck. We just say the number that comes in the head.
Do the 420 man, in which I behold, and now your 420 points. Give me a call sometime. We'll work it out. I'll send you a letter.
I've never thought about people switching, exchanging their podcast points. I guess I'll
If only
allow
we
it.
had like a decentralized.
I mean, I'm not saying. Hold on, wait. I didn't say I was going to give it to him.
Oh,
I said-
okay.
Like we can work something out.
Right.
There's there's a negotiation.
Is it a barter or is is this a cash deal?
Well, or more like it's more like an opportunity to like face, something, like you got my points, like let's talk it out. Like,
it's like encountering a troll, a cave troll, or like a riddle guy on a bridge. And you're like, I have your points. So come and face me.
Questions
and
Exactly.
like any good troll or creature under the bridge with long limbs like I have. That doesn't mean they're going to get what they want in the end. They might just, exactly.
Right.
You might face your certain demise.
Yeah, or just get to face the, themselves.
It's going to be like that scene in Dune where Paul Atreides has to just be in Prince Pain. Yeah, the hand in the box.
Yeah.
Except it'll be like a hand in a Nintendo 64 cartridge.
Yes.
That is in your mouth.
I have shoved in my mouth.
Yes.
Was he able to say no, or did he have to do that? Because I'd be like, no, thank you.
I think he had to, right? Yeah.
Yeah, were they going to kill him if he said no?
Yeah, she had to poison the little.
Yeah.
And I have a much stronger association with David Lynch's Dune in my head right now. So I'm thinking about Kyle MacLachlan's sweet, beautiful hand. Like,
oh man,
that's mean.
What?
Yeah, that is that. You know what? Stories shouldn't have mean things in them, Mike. I agree.
I agree with that.
Forget it. I'm not a lanky weird troll under the bridge. That's gonna.
This is why I like the Muppet Babies version of Dune. It's friendly.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What is like instead of the mind killer? It's like Fear's the mind killer. Like the fucking Big Bird is the sweet.
You're onto something. I'm struggling to help you out here, but you're onto something.
This is like the Count Dracula. No, that's not Muppets. That's
they're Muppet adjacent.
Listen, they're Muppet family. Listen, we were not going to judge you for Sesame Street. They are literally Muppets. Yes. Jan, were we right when you weren't here to say like we do not have any right to give out podcast points? Like I was pretty afraid when we came across that, and I'm like, listen, I do know what to. I need an adult right now, and Jan, you are that adult.
Yeah, of course. That's my new number one responsibility. We should have a big meeting soon, maybe in person, where we just discuss this.
That's a good idea.
The dangers, and also, of podcast
part of your employee review, like go over like this is your number one responsibility. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Is that why Jeff Backlar is in here?
Yeah, he's mining for the podcast points right now.
And it has nothing to do with GPUs. He's literally getting it. It's rare earth minerals is actually where the podcast points come from.
Yeah, he has to watch Avatar 2. He just has to keep watching it.
All
right.
For those points then.
Mike, I mean, listen, I'll just say it. You look like a dwarf. You look like you make a good miner. Yeah. You want to get in the underground and start mining away?
Yeah, for sure. I'll find some mithril or whatever and podcast points. They're probably the same thing.
Mithril and podcast points. That sounds like a Led Zeppelin album. I would listen to that. Kurt, you are up. Go ahead and pick the next voicemail from the voicemail dump truck.
They just like I see one and then I see another. What is
Well,
it
listen,
for?
you don't want to pick the wrong one, so please be careful.
What is it for?
When was the last time any of you got a money order? What was it for?
What is a money order?
It's like a guaranteed check. Did I? Okay.
Yeah, it's like a one time. I mean, all checks are one time, but it's like a.
It's a guaranteed. It's
a guaranteed
like there's money.
check.
There's money that's been handed over at like the grocery store or the post office, and then in return for that cash, they give you a money order worth that much, and then you sign it just like a check, and you hand it to someone, and it's guaranteed to be worth that amount of money instead of saying a check, which is supposed to be guaranteed, but it's more trust based because maybe there's no money in the account.
So my answer is clearly never.
I used to pay my rent with a money order, so I would get them a lot.
Both.
Like I would purchase them, but I've never received a money order that I can think of. But I used to get them all the time.
Wait, but hold on. The call was called "What is it for?"
Oh, I think what the money order. What was it for?
Yeah,
Rent.
Gian just does word association when he's naming these MP3 files. You can't think about that too hard because he's zooming through them, and it's top level stuff. And
I just take what I hear and then just put it in the box.
It's jazz.
Was it? Is there like do people use money orders for unusual things other than rent?
I always heard on the infomercials that they wanted money orders. I think that's the only time I've ever heard that. Like it's like buy, Jeff Grobon's 33 disc collection for 2 money orders.
I don't buy much off of PVC, so I don't get the
Jeff
share
Grobon?
50 disc set.
They probably wanted that because again, it's like it's guaranteed and like the cash is there. I mean, I'm trying to think if there's any nefarious purposes. I suppose they are not traceable because what's really behind them is cash. And I don't think you have to give like your ID over when you purchase them. I think it's just you sign your name at the bottom. So if you just sign, Mr. Dipshit. I mean, who's Mr. Dipshit really? Well, that's me. But if you sign a fake name, then they might have trouble spotting you. But I don't think. I mean, why not just use cash in that circumstance? I don't know.
Folks in the chat are saying they are 100% traceable. So
they are okay. Well, listen, I've never said I was good at crime. All
okay,
right?
There you
just
go.
because I do it doesn't mean I'm good at it. All right. Go ahead, Jen.
Yeah, I don't know what else they would be used for besides rent and like buying 50 CDs online.
50 share DVDs.
Oh yeah. Oh man, 50 share DVDs. I don't even know what would be on 49 of them.
You should accept money orders for podcast points.
Yeah.
As soon as that's the bridge I don't want to travel over, where I don't want people to find my Venmo and send me like $1 for a podcast point. I am in favor of putting podcast points in the Giant Bomb store though, like 1,000 for like an obscene amount of money, and maybe we donate it to charity.
Yeah. And an unrelated note, I will be giving out my Venmo, and you can give me money in exchange for Mitch points. I'll be very happy to do that for you.
I mean, I tell you, you know what? If you guys can't smell a scam when it's right in front of you, I don't know what to tell you.
Just put your address up and get money orders sent to you.
Yeah.
your
Venmo is your social security number, right? So if you want to go ahead and...
that'd be easy for me to remember then. That's great. Did you know what Mitch point is worth 200 podcast points?
Wow. The exchange rate is out of control. It's breaking the economy.
You know what, Jan? Have a Mitch point. There you go, buddy.
This motherfucker.
That one's free.
He's making a mockery of this entire system.
The Minotti.
Stop him. Yep.
Minotti's being naughty. This is what happens.
Jan, go ahead and pick the next one.
Cocaine.
Hey, dumpers. This is Bill and Mac. There's a writer's strike happening. What do you remember about the last writer's strike and its effect on culture? I always think about how Breaking Bad would have been a completely different show if it weren't for the writer's strike. Also, go Canes!
All right, yeah.
I mean, you can't argue with that.
I think about, because I liked late night TV a lot, and they still did the shows back then, and Conan O'Brien did his show still. It was like, we don't have writers, so I just have to kill time until we can do interviews. So he took his wedding ring and just kind of started spinning it and timing how long he could spin it for. And I loved that stuff. Yeah,
David Letterman grew a beard. I remember that. And Quantum of Solace is my biggest memory, where it was like, man, Casino Royale is so good. I cannot wait for Quantum of Solace. Oh no, they didn't have writers, and it's very obvious by watching the movie. That's what I remember. Yep.
Yes, the Redfall of Bond movies. Nothing really happened.
Oh man.
Wow.
Fell asleep during it in the theater.
Yeah.
I remember being super jazzed about the TV show Heroes, and then being really excited for the following season, and then the writer's strike happened, and then I learned about the importance of paying people properly.
It is weird to think like Heroes was the last strike, because Heroes feels like 25 years ago to me. And and then the Bionic Woman NBC remake, says Steel Knight in the chat, like that feels like 25 years old. I remember that show. I was excited about that show. Lost, yeah. But Lost doesn't feel 25 years ago. It feels like 17, which I guess
really it feels pretty long ago to me.
Yeah.
I remember this is more so like a ripple effect of like really big actors being in direct video like action films that you'd find at Redbox. Like I remember, well, I know Nicolas Cage had like he went bankrupt, so this isn't because of the writer's block, but there was Cuba Gooding Jr. Mm-hmm. He ended up being in a bunch of like C-list direct video action films as a result of the writer's strike, because a lot of actors were doing it. There's like a whole list of actors who just started doing these off-brand sort of movies because they were just available to do. That's like, so it's not so much show stuff as I remember just like big actors doing smaller movies, and they were usually like real fucking like cornball, like not indie films, like bad cornball movies.
Right. Probably like written by probably like scripts either sitting around or written by people who were never in the union from other countries and stuff like that. Yeah.
Some producer who was just like, I got a movie for you. Cuba Gooding Jr. is gonna go rescue the president's daughter.
I got a whole box in Vancouver filled with action scripts. Let's go.
But this is a sidebar. I just want to say I saw like Alex Winter. Do you guys know Alex Winter?
Bill?
Yeah.
From Bill Ted?
Yeah.
I love him.
I love that man, and he's like in like he's striking today. Like he's in the march with them today. Oh, yeah. He's also a hell of a documentary filmmaker too. So total sidebar. It's like cool seeing cool people that I was like, yeah, you know what, Alex Winter, I like you. You're cool.
In that same vein of Alex Winter, the 123 Kid, Six, or X-Pac, he's striking as well, and he's just like, he was a wrestler, but he's like, no, I stand with the WGA. I'm like, man, it's cool to see like just cool dudes come out of places where normally, on a personal level, cool dudes do not come from, such as wrestling. Yes. So I'm like, shout out to X-Pac and Alex Winter. You know what? X-Pac's always been the Bill of wrestling.
Stop saying X-Pac. Please stop saying X-Pac.
X-Pac? Is it? How does he say it? I always knew him as 6 and 123 Kid. I didn't follow him during the Attitude Era.
Okay, you're fine.
That's the only era of wrestling I know. That's the Attitude Era.
Oh, it's fine. Wrestling never comes up on this website. You'll be fine, Kurt.
And next topic, shoot bad.
You didn't get to choose yet, Mike. It's not your turn.
It's not really. Don't take away points.
God, okay.
It was a segue. It was funny. They liked
chat,
it.
Chat, you're going to be up after this. My choice is shootbad.mp3.
He got his wish, damn it.
Hey, guys. I'm thinking about incorporating shoot and work into my normal conversation. How'd you feel if your doctor said your disease is shoot bad? Hey, guys.
I'd appreciate his honesty.
I mean, shoot comes from straight shooter.
Yeah.
And if my doctor was saying, this is shoot bad, at this point in my life, I'd be like, oh man, he's being serious right now. He's shooting straight with me. And so I personally would have, I mean, listen, I would take a beat in real life and be like, huh. But I don't think I would hate it.
You had a shoot stroke. Thinking of specific diseases. And it's incredible. You have shoot diabetes.
Your brain took some bad bumps, and now you're in shoot bad shape.
No, doctor, am I gonna die for shoot?
I think in any capacity, doctors should get used to using off verbiage terms to break the bad news. Like, you got a real bumble down there, fuckaroo. Jimmy Gop. And I'm just like, what does that mean? He's like, shoot cancer. I was like, oh, okay. You know, it's like, buckle up, bumble, bump. just maybe bumble,
Doctor, is there
bumble,
anything we could do? We got some gimmicks we can work with. We're gonna, we're gonna shoot some good stuff in you. It's gonna help out. Yeah. Listen, I'm all for it.
Sometimes you get placebos, and placebos are literally work medicine.
That's true. They're kayfabe.
Kayfabe in the medicine.
That's broken my brain. Oh, I don't like this. As a proponent of shoot and work, I don't know if I can endorse this. Placebo being just work medicine. What would be
the opposite of like how would the doctor break a news using the word work?
You are work healthy.
Well, if you are like if it is a sort of in your head thing, I'm struggling to remember the term, but like you're working yourself up like into a shoot. Like that's literally what that would be. Is if you're having these effects that you think are real but they're not. You're literally working yourself into a shoot. I would like to take back what I just said because I know that's a serious thing when people actually experience that. This is my formal apology. We can move on now.
All right. Can't wait to see you trending again on Reddit.
Yeah, that's going to be beautiful.
That's okay. I already got in trouble for making a joke about you getting fired. I'm the one who's going to take the heat today. You're fired.
Hell yeah. That's okay. That's nice to hear. That's what I want to hear. I asked the chat to pick next, and the first one I saw was dummybear.mp3.
Hey, yes. Question for Grub. Is it yummy like a gummy bear or yummy like a dummy bear in the Game S Mornings intro? I always hear dummy bear.
Well, from now on, it's yummy like a dummy bear, and I want it to have the same implications as dummy thick. I want it to mean that.
They not have gummy bears in the UK or something? It seems obvious it's gummy bear, right?
Yeah, but I mean, let's work with it. You know,
aren't dummy bears a thing? Am I imagining that? Dummy bears are a thing. Yeah,
I'm afraid to Google it, but probably.
It's not a thing.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Jan's going for it.
I like my theory. I think, no, it's a real theory. Maybe they just don't have gummy bears in the UK, so to him, a gummy bear and a dummy bear are both just...
Well, like, what about like Haribo? Like, they have gummy
German,
bears.
Right?
Haribo's in the UK. They got... Haribo makes
but they call them gelatinous ursine, so it's weird.
For some reason, but like the lexicon of in which the dummy gummy wummy bears are
oh no!
I'm so sorry that the wummy bears have wummy disease. Oh
no! Shoot
for shoot! Oh no!
Because my mind is broken because I'm a child of the 90s, dummy bears were from the Rugrats, so that's why I thought it wouldn't be too weird.
Man.
Are they? But Gummy Bears was Disney, and I remember that because they're dashing and daring, courageous and caring, faithful and friendly with stories to share. All through the forest, they sing out in chorus, marching along
Jan, I have
as
no control
the song
here.
fills the air. Gummy Bears bouncing here and there and everywhere. Okay, I'm done. Sorry.
Mike, you're up next.
Oh, good. To celebrate the day, Jedi.
What's today?
Hey, 3M boys. This is Oshido from Okinawa, Japan. Just saying, like, how much better would Star Wars be if every time, like, say, like Obi-Wan sent someone with the Force, he prefaced it with, "I spy with my Jedi." All right. Thanks. Love you. Bye.
A lot better.
1,000,000% better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No notes.
Maybe I'd watch it.
Yeah.
They should just actually use that line in that cartoon for children. I mean, what the heck?
Yeah, probably. They probably do. I mean, listen, if there wasn't a writer's strike, Mike, I would have you go in there and suggest that to him. But
well, I'm not in that union. Oh, I'll be a scab.
You're a scab? All right, here we go.
Oh no, I'm already in enough trouble today. I have enough trouble today. No, I'm not. I'm no scab. I'm the boy who sings the Disney songs. I sing Gummy Bears in Space Jam, not Disney. I know, but everyone loves me. It's Robo Mitch. I'll shoot your mom.
His famous phrase, "I'll shoot your mom." What's scab? Like, what's the etymology of scab when it comes to crossing a picket line?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's just as literally like it's an unpleasant, gross thing. So It's just a mean thing
You
to
gotta
call
tear it off.
the people
You gotta
you didn't
itch
like.
it off.
Yeah.
Right.
I could buy that. I'm not going to do any work to actually look it up.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
I was never going to. So, all right, I'm glad we all have that same sentiment about it.
But like the thing is, though, like you're supposed to let scabs do their thing. That's the problem. You're not like
Right.
supposed
You're
to
not
pick
supposed
them
to
off.
pick at a scab. Yeah.
So if a
It's
scab's
so
crossing the
satisfying when
line,
you do.
you're not. Are you supposed to just like don't touch it? Don't touch it. You want to touch it, but don't touch it. Stop. Just stop. Don't touch it. You're not supposed to touch it.
Weezeman54 in chat says there's a picket, and you pick it as in pick it a scab. And okay, that's too good, Weezeman. I'm just choosing to believe that is exactly what it is.
I don't know.
Cool. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're not moving on. I see another better, or more realistic, but I'm sticking with what Weezeman said. Good job, Weezeman. Kurt, it's your choice.
Love my wife.
My wife.
My wife.
Hey, dumpers. You ever have a life event occur on a date that you end up regretting? For example, my wife and I get to celebrate our anniversary every single year by going out and explaining, yes, it's our wedding anniversary, yes, we're white and nerdy, but no, we're not that into Star Wars. We just got married on the first Saturday in May. So what are your date regrets? Love you, and love my wife. Happy anniversary, Tawny.
Happy anniversry, Tawny.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Way to
Has
go.
everyone else in the panel talked themselves out of a 9/11 joke, or just me?
My brother got married on 9/11.
That Slayer album
That
came out on
messed up.
9/11.
It was after 9/11 too.
I mean, I guess it's like, wow. Is this like, did you just have like an awakening moment at this moment?
It was just, it was mostly what Mike was talking about, like trying to talk myself out of it, and then it's like the lid just burst off like a fucking the little pot on the stove, and it's boiling over, and I couldn't help myself.
What a Norm Macdonald was the national tragedy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, my birthday is on a is on a tragic day, and I can't disassociate it.
I'm
So
sorry,
I
Kurt.
always end up saying, when's somebody's like, when's your birthday? I always say the bombing of Nagasaki.
I'm
yeah.
1 day away from Pearl Harbor. So I don't know if
Well, then you're in the
I don't know
clear.
if people really care though.
Well,
I
like
was
the thing
born
is, like
September 7th.
the thing for me is like my dad's birthday is on Hiroshima, and I'm on Nagasaki.
Wow.
Okay.
What are the
Hey, talk about a
chances?
nuclear family.
So it's
boy.
August
All right.
6th.
I really should be canceled for that one. I'm just going to leave.
Jeff, thank you for taking the heat off of me. I loved it.
No problem. You're welcome.
But it's not like a day. It's like clearly, clearly I didn't like choose that day.
Yeah. That wasn't on you to be born that day.
Yes. But I don't know if I have like an association. Like, I don't know. I don't really. I'm just keep thinking about like how Gillian Anderson and I share a birthday, and how like I wish she was my mom.
Yeah, me and William Shatner. Yeah, although I don't wish he was my dad. He's yeah. No, thank
But you
you.
wish he was. You wish he was your mom, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes, that's what I was trying to. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
Mommy
it.
Shatner.
I share a birthday with WWE. He's not a Hall of Famer. Wrestler Rikishi. So I feel like I could be an Oos, perhaps.
I would like to see you do
might be a
that
Hall of
dance I always see
Famer.
Rikishi doing, where he's out there doing his dance.
He might be a Hall of Famer, actually.
Is he a Hall of
He
Famer?
might be. They let a lot of people in there.
If not, then I'm surprised. I don't think he is.
I'm going to look it up.
All right.
Trying to any other date regrets? It's like I don't know. Most people do try to avoid them when they're deliberate cases, right?
But also are bad dates. Like what, that's for the kind of ones we talked
inconvenient
about that are
dates?
pretty famous.
Well, stuff eventually could have the potential to become a bad date.
Yes.
You guys gotta stop saying bad date, because I just keep thinking of Sulla from Indiana Jones. Bad dates. Yeah.
Oh, Rikishi's in the WWE Hall of Fame, inducted in 2015. I knew it.
Oh, there. Okay, fantastic.
Good for you,
Good.
Rikishi.
Um,
All right. Anything else, Jen? Or
Happy birthday, anniversary. I guess that's all I really got.
yeah, happy anniversary. There we go. Okay, Jan, I think it's your turn, right? Do we get Kurt? Kurt, you just
gambling
chose, right?
problem.
All right.
You never kiss a racehorse on the mouth. That's my impersonation of my uncle. He has a gambling problem, and he's a sex addict.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you, caller.
Hey, is his
I
uncle
hope your uncle's okay.
having sex with horses?
Well, that's not where I was thinking it was going to go.
He's kissing him.
You never kiss a horse on the lips, but you can do something else with it.
Yeah. You kiss it on the ass. Yeah, there you go. Cool. Now, Mike, you've derailed my entire brain, so I appreciate
that. That's what he's getting at, I think. That's his fault, not mine. I don't know
if that's where he was getting at, Mike.
I thought he was just getting at his uncle being very cool.
No. He opens with his uncle is like, oh, don't kiss horses, which he probably knows because, like, he did kiss a horse once, and the horse, like, wanted to, like,
fell
hang out again, and it was awkward.
Yeah. And then they got married in 9/11, and now they have
That's the whole problem.
Oh, that was my cousin. Okay, sorry. That was. Oh boy.
Lucy was talking about having horse legs, right? I didn't make that up in a dream.
Well, no. Someone's. Yes and no. Lucy was. I was about to say horsey. Lucy was talking about her hyperextended knees, and then someone in our Google Doc just wrote Lucy's horse knees.
She's got the neck of a giraffe, the knees of a horse.
That could be like her Hobbit name, Lucille Horse Knees.
She would be absolutely jazzed, I think.
Yeah, no, that would be.
What are those animals called that have like the head of a lion and the wings and the body of a horse and
a griffin.
Eagle's wings? Yeah. She's our own griffin. She's GameSpot's griffin. She's got all these things happening.
Griffin sounds a bit more majestic than Lucille Horse Knees.
Yeah, but that's fair. Yeah.
With you forgot to add Grub, voice of Kermit the Frog.
The voice of Kermit the Frog. That's
there you
right.
go.
Kurt, have you heard her? You've heard her Kermit the Frog, right?
I don't know, but I've heard her the goose is loose voice.
Oh my god! If you're in the office,
I've heard a lot of voices from Lucy, and I don't know what the fuck the Kermit the Frog voice is. I have no idea what this is.
You need to hear her Kermit the Frog voice. It is like
I have a Kermit the Frog.
Oh, please,
go.
It's not that good.
No, please.
I want to see how it starts.
It's just Kermit the Frog. That's all I got.
That's how her starts because
on the spot.
She needs to start it by saying Kermit the Frog here, and then she'll go into it.
Well, then her and I are the exact same wavelength. Start with announcing who you are when you're speaking. I am Kurt Indovina. I am speaking.
Kermit and Batman.
Honestly, I do that whenever I'm like when I'm playing a character version myself. Even I'm like, well, Jeff grew up here, and it's weird. I don't know why I would ever do that. Oh, cool. Jan died. All right. Jan, if you still here, okay, there it is. Jan, I'm gonna go next. Let's go with songs to listen to while driving. You are muted, Jan, but I think we might be able to hear that. Maybe not. He's coming back, everybody. Here we go.
Hey, Dumperoonies. This is J-Rod in South Carolina. I've been listening to Simple and Clean while I've been driving. I've just been wondering if you guys have any good ideas for video game songs to listen to while I'm driving. All right. Thank you. Bye.
I got one.
Shoot.
I mean, if he's specifically talking video game music,
so.
There is a song called "Breeze with You" from the Paradise Killer soundtrack. I don't drive. I can drive. I don't have a car, but if I had a car and somebody was like, put on video game music to drive to, instantaneously, Paradise Killer, Breeze with You goes on. The bass, there's a bass line that comes into it, makes me want to punch myself in happiness. I want to feel pain. I just want to feel something. Yeah.
Yes, you want to get the adrenaline going. Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. Is it a song that you think would make you go fast, or is it like a laid back, drinking a Capri Sun, one hand on the wheel?
It's a song that would I could imagine myself not even driving, I guess, in a car, alone in a parking lot at 2 a.m.
Okay.
Sitting in
with a leather jacket with a scorpion on the back.
Yes. In an empty parking lot of a suburban grocery store. And that sort of mist rolls in, and then Breeze with You comes on, and I transcend through like colors and time and city pop, like, and then maybe I would imagine it would feel like I'm being driven, but I'm just still, and now I'm not even doing drugs. I'm just existing.
That's the power of music, baby.
Yes,
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I want to listen to Cruisin' Blast from the video game Cruisin' Blast.
Yes.
That song does make me go fast. Not because I'm trying to get away from it. I love that song. So
this is the epitome of working yourself into a shoot, that you have taken this awful song and you just now like it because you thought it was so funny.
I've always liked it. I never thought it was bad. You are wrong. You're just wrong. It's fun.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it's fun.
I listened to Indestructible from Street Fighter 4 soundtrack in my car.
That's good.
All the time. It really amps me up. That's a fun, good song. There's a lot of video game songs I listen to. Simple and Clean being among them.
My version, though, right?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't mean I have to meet your father.
It doesn't mean I have to meet your father. Good song. How about you, Jan?
God, there's so many. I feel like I can't listen to the Burnout 3 soundtrack while driving, because then I am just overcome with emotions of wanting to drive my car fast, drift,
yes,
and perhaps get into car accidents.
My brother, I was in a bad car accident when I was younger. My brother was driving. It was raining. He flipped the Jeep upside down into a little, thing, and we had to crawl out through the broken glass.
Oh my God.
All this stuff. He was driving to the Space Mountain theme song, and he liked to rev his car up to the part where, you're going down the hill.
I can't believe we live in the fork reality where you guys survived that stupid car crash.
Survived that crash, and here I am.
Disney should have killed you, and yet you just ended up loving it more.
You know, you'll like this. So we came back from Barnes and Noble, and I bought 2 books, and I crawled out of the broken glass with them under my arms. The one was the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which I just bought for the first time. The other one was my Pokemon Red and Blue Pokedex strategy guide. So I'm bleeding from the glass, and I'm crawling out into the road with this. And there's ambulances, people are people are hysterical. It's a whole thing. I'm like, it's okay, guys, I got them.
You still have them?
I have the Pokedex. I don't know. Every once in a while, I'll see those Lord of the Rings books because it's a very specific style. It was the books that were being sold when the movies were in production. So they'll say soon to be a major motion picture by New Line or something.
I was getting ready for it to be a story where somebody caught a stray bullet and the Lord of the Rings trilogy stopped the bullet from hitting you, and in this case these were the airbags that actually saved you. Were these books?
Yeah, cushion my fall or something like that. Yeah.
Whew, holy shit, dude!
That was just Sully, landing in the river and everything. A harrowing story like that.
And he took his Lord of the Rings and Pokemon and Blue books and
used them as flotation devices and just going down the ravine.
The water with them.
That should be a Giant Bomb animated. I'm gonna call that now. We're calling that out this week. That is, I would love to see that visualized.
Yeah, and I just want young Mike Minotti to look like current Mike Minotti, but a little shorter.
Yeah,
shorter. Everyone already thinks I'm short. I'm a normal sized man. We're just innocent men.
Just innocent men. I asked chat to pick the next one. They went with RuneScape on MP3.
How come no one talks about RuneScape? God damn it! Ah!
RuneScape, man, come on. What are you, my little cousin? My little cousin whose parents wouldn't get him a World of Warcraft subscription, so you had to play RuneScape. That's all the RuneScape players. That's all they are. I'm saying it.
Wow, I didn't know we were bringing classism into this show, Mike. Wow.
Look, I survived a harrowing car accident. I'm allowed to say what I want.
It sounds like that guy just did it. He was screaming there at the end, and then the phone call cut off.
He might be shoot dead.
His cheek flipped. Yeah. Poor guy. He died thinking of RuneScape. Hell,
way to play RuneScape because I really was always a snob about it. I was like, I'm not playing this. I can actually just play World of Warcraft, or even before that, Dark Age of Camelot. I don't know.
No, I never played it, but I never played World of Warcraft either. So
I did play RuneScape, but I don't think people don't I still feel like it exists. People will bubble up to the surface, the good cream that comes to the top. RuneScape never.
A couple years ago,
released.
it was everywhere again. Like people were talking about it. I think it was like when RuneScape Classic or something whatever launched.
So like RuneScape kind of kept getting changed and people didn't like it, so they did a RuneScape Classic and people did like that, and it was
RuneScape,
making money
from
it.
There was a number of like free MMOs I was playing. If we're going to bring up the classism, nobody was going to pay for my MMORPG.
Yeah.
Until it did happen, and then I did start playing World of Warcraft, and I did pay for it like an adult man. And that was always my justification. It's like, well, I'm not going out on the weekends and drinking. I'm playing World of Warcraft. Like, no, and I had lots of friends, and now I don't talk to any of them anymore. But you know what? Whatever. I still think about the days of World of Warcraft. But this is totally contrary to the fact that the guy was screaming for us to talk about RuneScape, and then we ended up talking about something else. It's better, anyways.
What can we do?
How I got my dad to pay for World of Warcraft.
You cried.
Like, hey, Dad, remember when I almost died and you lost me forever in that car accident? That was sad. Anyways, can I have $15 a month to play this video game?
This explains how you've been to Disney World 45 times or
whatever.
It's
all emotional manipulation. I'm great at
totally.
That. Fantastic at that.
I tried playing RuneScape in a computer lab in elementary school.
Nice.
And spelling was never my best subject. But I wanted to be cool, and I wanted to put my name is like Dragon Blader, and I accidentally spelled Dragon Bladder.
Yeah, Dragon Bladder. Oh!
And I was forever embarrassed when the computer lab teacher looked at it. It's like, why did you make your name Dragon Bladder?
That also feels like excusably like a young boy thing to do, be like, hey, Dragon Bladder. But I think there's like the how earnest you are about it. They're like, I was trying to be cool.
Yeah. I think we find out why we don't talk about it on this website, because Jan's too embarrassed to this day.
Yeah. I made my dude look like Gandalf for some reason, despite not being into Lord of the Rings. I hope Dragon Bladder's still out there. Just
I bet you
storing
Gandalf
up.
has a hell of a Dragon Bladder.
Yeah,
I never saw him pee.
Yeah.
No, he smokes out of it.
He turned it into a hookah. Sure,
yes.
yeah. That's pretty cool. That's a cool thing.
I bet Gandalf could shoot smoke out of his penis.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I hate that every time he says the dumbest thing, it's his turn to pick the question. So I'm going to skip him. Kurt, it's your question. Go ahead.
Gert. So
I was trying to say question and Kurt at the same time, and it came out as Gert. So, Gert, your turn.
Gert. Go, Gert. Go, Gert. Scare you.
Hi, Jumperinos. This is Nathan from Tumwater. Does AI scare you? It scares me.
Okay.
I
go back and forth.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Grub. I feel like I have a thing.
Yeah, go ahead, please. I want you to go.
Okay. The reason why it doesn't scare me is because it is, from what I understand, it only mimics and mimes what already exists. So, like, there's really no substantial thing that it is able to create anything. However, since AI is a thing that copies things and mimics things and like makes just a copy of a copy of a copy, what if AI watches Terminator, a movie that warns us about the future of AI becoming self-aware and starting a future war? And because AI is copying what it watches, it in turn actually does it, because it's copying pop culture and creates a war of Arnold Schwarzeneggers that comes and like destroys mankind. So like I have this like thing in my head where it's like AI can't create, it can only mime. But what if it actually mimes pop culture, a pop culture thing about destroying mankind, and does so?
Right, because it's like we've already given it all the ideas. So you're right. Like it's like it doesn't have to create any, like a bunch of smart people already came up with a bunch of ideas, and he could just take those. Listen, I think it's all on the table. That's where I'm like, I've messed around with Chat GPT, not a lot, but enough to know it's pretty fucking bad, actually. It is very novel to say, hey, write me a story about this. and a story pops out, and yeah, it's derivative, but it turns out most stories are derivative. So like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I get that's scary to be like, oh yeah, jobs are going to go away. They already are going away. But it actually straight up most of the time is going to end up with worse stuff. And I think the real trouble is most people are not going to be able to tell that it's worse because they are just looking for the path of least resistance. And the path of least resistance is not having to pay a human to do a job you could have a machine do for free, basically. So there's going to be issues. I'm a little scared, but I mean, when I start thinking about anytime anyone wants anything of quality, it just means you're almost, no matter what, you're going to have to hire a human to do that job. So I'm finding a place where I can come to peace with it. And I'm like, it'll be fine. We're going to figure it out.
Gandalf shoots the smoke out of his penis. He's able to like be as intricate with it, with the rings and like the making ships, so you think it's of a lesser quality.
I mean, depends if he had his like ginseng and
yeah.
I'm
not smart. I don't know. This is what I'm thinking about. AI, it's gonna be a thing. I'm hoping for the
Thank you, Jan.
You're better that he was like shuffled off as he was saying, "I'm not smart."
That was
I deserved that. I got nothing to say on this one. You guys figure this one. You guys solve this AI problem for me. I'll just be right here.
Here, I'll kill AI right now. AI is not eligible to earn any podcast points, and maybe no Mitch points either.
Then what's the motivation? It might as well not even exist.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess I get more upset and like about AI as opposed to scared of it right now. It seems more annoying than threatening at the moment. That could change real fast. We'll see. I'm still skeptical because it's so bad, but people are really stupid and might give it more responsibilities than it deserves anyway. That's the fear, I guess.
I think it is going to get ruined by some tech bros that it'll become super uncool, and we're getting close to it already, that we'll just abandon it as a society.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, it's like, Jan, to your point, it's like Bitcoin, NFT, Web 3.0, AI, and it's like you just see like these blips, and that's the thing is, like, I will say, like, I don't really have a strong opinion. Correction, I don't have an informed enough opinion on really to speak in any regards to AI, other than like my little Terminator make believe possibility thing. But I will say I've seen compelling cases for creative people using it to support their creativity. And that's really that's where I stop and start, because I that's it. But there's always that tech bro moment where we're like, can you believe Hollywood is done? You see this? This is made completely AI. That's one of the most like nightmarish asinine finger mutated Lovecraftian shit I've ever seen in my life. So
yeah, you know what's super sad? I had an acquaintance. Because a new hot thing that folks are doing with AI is making it replicate music artists, right? Musicians, and doing AI covers. And someone was like, "Oh man, I can finally listen to Kanye again because I got these AI Kanye covers." And I'm like,
"Oh my god, that's weird,
dog. That is the most miserable thing I've ever heard."
Yeah, that's messed up. I just don't even get that logic there.
We live in a great world.
I'll say that when I talked to my Google assistant, and I was like, "Hey Google," and then I asked it to do a thing. And I'm sorry for everybody whose Google just turned on. It would be nice if it could understand what I'm asking, because I'm 40. I'm not going to learn C++. I'm not going to learn how to computer program. Like, that's just not going to happen. It's not in the cards for me. I would like for computers to be able to like kind of program themselves by me speaking to them in English. That would be neat. Just, hey, can you just make something for me that anytime I tell you what I ate, you just put it in a chart, and now we can track my calories, and I don't have to like think about it other than just saying, hey, Google, I ate this, and then there we go. And it's like someone else could build that. But if I just asked the computer to build it exactly to my specifications, I think that'd be very cool. And I think that probably is the inevitable future of us just telling computers what we want, and they give it to us. It's just going to be, then that's going to turn into this nightmare of all these other things for sure. Okay, let's see. Whose turn is it? I think it's, no, I think you already went. Jan, you're next.
Broken immediately.
Hey guys, this is Trey from Omaha, Nebraska. I wanted to know, what is the most expensive thing you've ever broken, like immediately, like as soon as you got it? And what did you do with it after? Thanks.
I want to know his story.
Yeah. I want an update from them to know what was it that you broke that you felt inspired to ask.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Go ahead, Jeff.
I was going to try to like go through my brain and try to remember things that I broke. I mean, my DualSense, I got that one of those hot pink ones, and I maybe charged it once, and now it no longer charges. And I'm like, that's probably not me breaking it. It was probably just shitty. I don't think I broke it. I think it's just shitty. Yeah. And I know it's definitely still under warranty, but I'm busy. And I want to fucking call up Jim Ryan and say, get me a new DualSense. I mean, I'll do that, but it's a lot.
My brother had to go, not the one who got me in the car accident. Yeah, he had to go to Russia for work a while ago, actually, and he was able to bring back bottles of vodka, like real Russian vodka, nice stuff. And he handed me one, and like literally 5 seconds later, I just dropped it, and it shattered everywhere, all over the floor, immediately. I think he was gonna cry. He's like, I brought that from Russia for you. I was like, sorry.
Did you get a straw and just try to drink it off the ground, or?
No, I just when in those moments for about 10 seconds, I'm useless in a panic. I just freeze like a deer and do nothing as like the disaster unfolds, and then I start like, I gotta clean this up, or I should have stopped that from happening. But no, at first I am a mess.
I'm struggling. I broke a lot of windows as a kid.
Yeah, I broke one window, but it wasn't a new window. It was like I broke a shoe window.
But it was a new window. There was like this like towel bar that was like fairly nice that my dad installed in our bathroom, and I was like a youngin, and I couldn't see myself in the mirror, so I climbed and just like tore the entire thing off the wall and like bent it in half. But like, I don't know if I've like had. I'm like when I was younger, I was like notorious for like opening Christmas gifts and basically immediately breaking them on accident.
Oh no.
I once like took this like Sesame Street like train set and like immediately like put it in my hair for some reason, and like all the wheels had to be taken off to get my hair out of it. I don't know. I feel like this dude's not getting the cathartic release he needs for whatever happened on
here. A heart is something that I broke when I first got it.
Okay.
Damn.
All right.
Damn.
Oh, I believe it.
Just kidding. It was my heart.
That's what to say.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. I'm going to go next then, chat. I'm going to need another one from you, so shoot them in the chat right now. I'm going to go with major metropolitan area.
What up, Bomb Crew? This is Brian from Michigan. I am just now leaving a punk rock show in Detroit, Michigan, in Mexican Town, and I want to know, what is your favorite community within a major metropolitan area? Love you guys. Bye.
I like Little Japan, or Japantown. Is it in SF? I've only been there twice, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, Little Japan's fantastic.
Yeah.
Dude, San Francisco has a lot of them. Like San Francisco is like one of the reasons why I'm obsessed with the city is like every neighborhood is like its own pocketed little sort of like self-sustaining city. Like I love North Beach, and like big fan of North Beach, big fan of the Richmond area.
Yes.
Japantown. Yes. Yeah, this is tough.
Yeah. I guess I like Koreatown in LA. Like Koreatown's dope.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I went there once and had dinner, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, I feel like I was in like the little Tokyo or whatever section in LA one time for E3, and that was awesome because like I was eating a lot of food I never ate before. It was just kind of really pretty, getting a lot of curry and things like that, katsu, what have you. Around here, like Cleveland has this is biased, but Cleveland has a little Italy section that I like quite a bit. Nice bakeries, nice little Italian restaurants. That's fun.
I want to give a special shout out to San Francisco's Chinatown, because it's just a fantastic place. You can get a Mai Tai in one corner, then you can go to an underground gambling ring in another, and then
I didn't know you could go to those.
You gotta know a person.
Maybe not me.
You gotta know
Kurt, they let you in. They let you in, Kurt.
I live pretty close to Chinatown, and I have a ritual where we'll go and get dinner in North Beach, and then deliberately walk through Chinatown at night and zigzag through funky alleyways.
Oh hell
and
yeah!
I saw through the grates in this one alleyway this under basement gambling, and in that moment the fattest rat jumped out in front of me and was like, "Hey, watch where you're going." I was like, "Sorry, pal," and I was just kept on my way. But it's I've been trying to ask around about this underground gambling thing. And the fact that you even mentioned is a thing you can go to Mai Tai and then go to the underground gambling thing. I would like to go.
I like Jan's mid-Atlantic accent. Oh, hey kids, we got that.
Jan talks. Here on one side you can go get a Mai Tai, and the other side you can go to some underground gambling. Watch out for the rat, though. He's patrolling those corners. Anyways, I'm sorry.
No. I had an acquaintance who had an uncle that was like, "Hey, let's go," and I'm like, I did not feel safe at that specific one. But I'm sure there's more approachable ones that we'll be like, okay, yeah, sure, come in. Okay. Another Chinatown story is a friend and I were working at out of an office space in Chinatown, and he was like, dude, you know what? I could relax. You want to go get a quick massage a block over? We went and got a massage, and the massage parlor is completely fine. It was a theater next door that had a murder happen while we were getting a massage. So
sorry, murder's not funny. I shouldn't.
Him and I come out super duper relaxed, and then oh man, that feels great. I've never had it's been a while since I've had a massage. I feel relaxed, and next thing we know, police cars, squad cars, swarming up and down the street, and we thought we were in trouble for getting massages.
Well,
what kind of theater
was
it?
Right.
It was a day. It was a day.
All right, Mike, have you gone?
I'm not.
All right, let's see. Chat shows hell of a vibe.mp3. Let's go ahead and hit that one.
Hey, it's Brendan in Torrance. I just drove past a house that had one of those 12-foot skeletons in the front yard, and it had on a Hawaiian shirt and a hula skirt. And I think that's a hell of a vibe.
That's a big shirt.
I bet that's a parrot head. I bet that's a Buffett fan. I thought we're going to see him at Margaritaville, Jeff.
Yeah, probably. Well, I would love that. I would love to sit next to a 12-foot skeleton at Margaritaville.
To be clear, when I said
I was just going to say I had my first Margaritaville experience ever.
Ooh.
14-year anniversary there in Las Vegas.
Oh, congratulations.
There you go.
Yeah, everyone knows that is the Parrot Head anniversary. 14 years. That's right.
At Margaritaville in Las Vegas. And you want to know what? I had a good time.
Yeah,
that's right. Everyone wants to make their jokes, blah blah blah. You'll have a fun time at Margaritaville. I tell you what, it's gonna be good.
Yeah. So they didn't know what a highball was. I asked for a Jameson and soda, and they gave me a whiskey ginger ale something or another, and I was just like,
listen, it's Margaritaville. You kind of gotta just take what they give you. They're loosey goosey back there, so they don't know. Jan had his first experience in Margaritaville too, not too long ago. Jan, who is Margaritaville associated with? We've already said the name once about 30 seconds ago.
I don't know why I don't know why I wanted to immediately say Warwick Davis.
I bet he likes a good margarita.
Werner Herzog.
Herzog's why.
It's not Tommy Bahama. It's not Tommy Bahama. Tommy Bahama.
Not Tommy Bahama. Although very good guess.
Jimmy Buffett. Jimmy Buffett. Buffett, right?
Right, Jimmy Buffett.
Okay.
Jimmy Buffett.
Okay.
I've been to 5 or 6 Jimmy Buffett concerts. It's always a good time, actually.
Do you almost die on the way home from any of them? Like your brothers?
I've gotten very drunk. I know at one I took my shirt off and was in a ring dance with a bunch of hippie girls. That was really fun.
That's living dangerously, yes, for sure.
Yeah. And then
I also need that animated, please.
Yeah. We were leaving, and there's a car next to us, and I was screaming at my friend to roll down the window because I was like, I need to hit on these people. And my friend's like, Mike, those are 2 older ladies clearly sitting by their husbands. What's wrong with you? And then I just started going on about how he was a bad friend.
Everyone needs
All
love.
right.
Everyone needs love, especially women
true.
sitting next to their husbands.
It's a good time.
Worst gift. We're gonna wrap this
I'm
up.
gonna pick the
with
next
it.
one. I want to pick
What?
the next one.
Oh yeah. Oh sure. No. Worst gift.mp3. Jan, play it now.
What's up, Dumper? This is Will calling from New York. So I recently got one of those DNA tests as a gift, and I had basically no desire to do it myself. So I have a kid that works for me, a younger guy who his father passed away when he was young, and I figured it'd be a nice gift to give him, find out a little bit about his heritage. So I gave it to him. Turns out that his parents never told him that he actually came from a sperm donor. So he's pretty devastated. What's the worst gift you ever give? Love you guys. Bye.
That's a great gift. You gave him the gift of truth.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I stick by what Mike said.
Yeah, he's free now.
Don't. It's weird to give someone a DNA. It's weird to give someone a DNA test as a gift. It's doubly weird to re-gift it.
In his defense, it was a re-gift. It's not like he sat down and was like, "I have to gift my friend something." DNA test. Let's.
I'm sure.
But
it's
like, you're right, but I think that makes it worse. Actually,
especially for like an employee, like, it's just some kid. Let's go fuck up a life today. Let's re-gift this old
how
DNA
is he supposed
test.
to know?
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Fair enough. I'll just stick to the re-gifting of the DNA test. Is hey, cool. Well, you know what? I would have done the same. You're right. Never mind.
Now he's got to go find his shoot dad out there somewhere.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that aspect of it. Of like, I want to go find my actual father now, and all the unraveling this has done to someone.
Jan, shoot dad.
Shoot dad. Sorry, shoot dad. My mistake. I didn't mean to misspeak. I was working you, Mitch. Damn, that is a bad gift, I guess.
Shoot
but that's
dad,
not his fault.
shooting.
That's
right.
not his fault.
Yeah.
He didn't know.
That's like if somebody gave me a DNA test, I don't know if I have like an urge to even do one in the first place.
Yeah.
So if someone gave it to me, I still don't think I would do it. I don't know.
I think I'm in the same boat. If someone as a gift gave me a DNA test, I'm like, I'll thank you.
Is there like a underlying fear that's driving you guys to that, or is it a I never even wanted this in the first place. Why would I go through with it?
It's I don't know. There's just I take solace in beauty and just simply I exist, as I am in this moment in place and time. Like I also like I have like a possible long lost relative that I've like become friends with over the past couple of years. Like her and I share the same last name, and like there's like when you see us talking to one another, there could be a possibility that we come from this. Like there's not a lot of Indovinas in his neck of the woods, but there's a part of me where we just want to permanently assume we're cousins, and I don't ever want to truly know whether or not we're related or
That's
not.
fair. Also, you don't need a DNA test to tell you that you're chilling out in a grocery parking lot listening to the soundtrack of Paradise Killer. So it's not going to help you at all.
What if I took that DNA test and it was like, you can't do it anymore?
But how's that happen?
Like
give
this
me a real
series,
shoot cancer. Can't do it.
the series of tones is hazardous to your family, Kurt. You can't do it and listen to the song anymore.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry, sorry that person had to find out about his shoot family that way. It's rough.
Yeah. I do believe we've earned ourselves a Flush Royale, Jan. That's all of them, right?
I think we keep calling it a different thing each time. Flush Royale, Royal Flush, one of those.
Yeah, one of those. But hey, we did it, everybody. We've dumped, we've trucked, we dumped like a truck, and now we are going to get on out of here. Kurt, thank you so much for joining us, telling us about your show, and really sharing your wisdom with all of us.
The honor is, please, this is my pleasure. I'm in your neck of the woods. You let me in. You're letting me sit on this couch that's apparently named Gary. And now that's named Gary. I would like to know, there's a lot of beautiful people who bestowed this couch on this sort of stream. So thank you. Thank you,
Kurt the Gert. Kurt
the yogurt, go Gert Kurt.
Mike Minotti, thank you for joining us as well. Jan Ochoa.
You're welcome.
I'm Jeff Grubb. We're going to get out of here. Until next time, everybody. Have a good one. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.